So, as a business owner, what do you need in your toolkit? Strategic plan. When you set off to come here today, yes, as you drove along, you concentrated on what you were doing, you watched the traffic around you, but you knew where you were going. You need to know where your business is going. And when you set your sat-nav, you put in your final destination. You need to know where you're going so you know which way to turn as you pull out of your drive or out of your car park. Forecasts and budgets. You use your knowledge of the markets, of your business, to forecast where you're going. And that will then tell you what resources you need, what people, what software, what premises, what cash. So forecasts and budgets are an essential part of your management toolkit. Of course, you have your actual performance, but you have it on a monthly basis as a minimum. And it's your key performance indicators, not your key financial indicators, it's your performance indicators. And I'll go into detail some of the key performance indicators that might be useful to you later. We actually monitor ours weekly. We've now got them on a whiteboard in the office. There are targets, there are team targets. I know if Kevin's got enough mail shots going out. He knows if I've written enough articles and blogs, which I have this week. You have your annual accounts. You have your statutory accounts because they are a small component of that toolkit. But you can have more information behind this. So you don't have to just accept that standard thing. And you do need to understand those accounts because they will be used by investors and they'll be used by credit agencies. So when you apply for a loan, when you want credit with a supplier, they'll pull up Dun & Bradstreet or one of the others, and those annual accounts will form part of that credit assessment. So you need to know what's in those accounts, and whilst they need to represent what's actually happening in your company, there are certain things that you need to focus on to make them look better if you're looking for investment. Yes, you have comparison with previous years, but not just 1 year. Go back, say, about 5 years, so you can see the trend in what's happening. Trends are much more useful than absolute figures. And also it's quite useful if you're rolling out a new product. You can see what your costs were last time you rolled out a new product and get some idea what you're going to do, what you might expect, how long it takes to get that product to the market. This bit comparison with others in your industry. We use benchmarking software. We can input your data anonymously and compare it with lots of other anonymous data to see what other similar businesses can do. We can narrow it down to regional businesses in the same region. People go, oh, that includes London. We're not the same as London. We just had that conversation. There are regional differences. And you can also narrow it down to the size of company. Oh, that works in big companies, doesn't work in little ones like mine. Or, oh, no, that includes all the home businesses. We're different. So you can look at it that way as well. So compare yourself with other industries. You've also then got quite specific things like mystery shopping and things like that. But certainly an overall comparison is a good start. You can see if other businesses generally are doing it, if they're getting certain margins, why aren't you? If they're getting certain turnover or profit per number of people employed, it should be achievable for you. Business valuation. Who knows what their business is worth if they were to sell it today? Okay, don't know about you. I intend to retire one day. Much as I love my job, I want to retire. The business is part of my retirement plan, and I hope it is for you too. That you will have something tangible and some intangibles that you can sell on, that somebody will pay good money for. The sort of things that increase your business value, systemizing your business. We were talking about systems earlier. And it's not just for your business valuation. If I'm knocked down by a bus tomorrow, I hope we're set up that any suitably qualified accountant can slot into my day-to-day role. The business will keep ticking over with that accountant and with the rest of the team until I'm well enough to come back, or until the business has been sold if I've died. So I know my clients are looked after, but that's the sort of thing that makes people want to buy a business, if they know they can just step in and take it over. It's a bit like, it's why people buy franchises. All the hard work's done for them. They just come in with the strategic thing. Improvement potential. We've identified what's possible in your industry. We can look at your numbers. We can see if you can increase your prices by this amount, what will be the impact, if you can save so much on overheads, and I did one of these a couple of Money Matters ago. So we would look at your improvement potential, because you can't improve everything at once. It would be lovely, but we don't have enough time and energy to do that. I wish I did. I wish I had the energy of my small son. So we spot where you can get most improvement for your financial investment, for your investment of time, and how quickly you can get at things like that. So you can decide which one you want to focus on first. And then we come up with the plan. These are the actions that are going to help you to get there. And this forms the basis of your board meeting. And if it's just you running the business, I suggest you still sit down once a month and have this notional board meeting. You can hold it in the shower if you like. I'm not going to be there to take the minutes, but you can work out what your plan was, how far you've come, what your next actions are. And it's lovely to be able to do that. And as you look back over a few months, you start to see how much progress you've made as well. Because, yeah, it's looking forwards, but it's also, you can pat yourself on the back a bit as well, I hope, sometimes. And owner-managed businesses, your business is only part of your life. It's nice to have a personal balance sheet. That forms part of your tax planning. It forms part of your retirement planning, to see everything that's in there. The IFAs will use that sort of thing for planning your investments as well. So they're the 10 things that we would expect to see in your toolkit that you review on a regular basis.